It was an ordinary morning when I heard a distinct sound of a key turning in my front door. I wasn't expecting anyone, and it certainly wasn't the HOA Karen I had dealt with for months. The audacity of her knew no bounds. But I had no idea how far she was willing to go. I had just finished my coffee when I saw the door open, and there she stood, holding my front door key in her trembling hand, a smug look on her face. "I've had enough of you ignoring the rules," she sneered, clearly pleased with herself. "I'm letting myself in, and you're going to pay for this." Before I could even react, I saw her press something into her phone, calling the police. My heart raced. She had been harassing me for months, reporting every little thing she could find wrong with my property, whether it was a missing mailbox flag or a garden gnome she didn't like. She had even convinced other neighbors that I was breaking some unwritten rule. But now, it seemed she was escalating her game. As I stood frozen in shock, I noticed something even more unsettling. From the corner of my eye, I could see the flash of a police car pulling up outside. My stomach sank. I had no idea what was about to happen, but I knew it wasn't going to be good. Karen stood by the door, glancing smugly at me as she held up my key. The next thing I knew, I heard a knock on the door, and two police officers entered, immediately asking me to step aside. "Are you the resident here?" One of the officers asked, his voice stern. "We have a warrant for your arrest." I couldn't believe it. A warrant? For what? Karen had framed me. She had accused me of trespassing, of breaking some imaginary HOA code, and had somehow convinced the authorities that I was a criminal. It didn't take long for me to realize that my own home was no longer my sanctuary. The officers, having received a report from Karen, cuffed me before I could even explain. I watched helplessly as she stood there with a twisted smile, the key to my home still dangling in her hand. My world had just turned upside down, and it felt like Karen had won.